Renderings are probably your most fundamental marketing tool. Some might argue that good photos are key, but photos come with so many limitations that you just don't have with renderings.
Photography of a built structure is the ultimate and best option, right? But that comes with a lot of restrictions. Number one, you should have that model built, right? That's a step one. And after that, in order to take the perfect shot, it should be a great sunny day that your photographer shows up in the right time of the day. The lighting is perfect. It needs the filler lights and everything to put it around the house in order to end up with a very nice and artistic photography of a house. But since the house is a large structure, usually lighting a house is not an easy work.
The most obvious advantage of renderings is that the home isn't built yet, which means you also didn't pay to get it furnished. But that's just the start. Why not virtually furnish the same home in multiple styles? Create both day and dusk images. You choose the landscaping and ensure that every detail is exactly as it should be and leave nothing to chance.
With renderings, all those restrictions are going away. You can easily decide, I want to do a photoreal dusk rendering of my house, or a day, or in a snowy day, right? So it just depends on what condition you want, and everything that can happen very easily and quickly using the photoreal rendering, which is not possible in the physical world.
But not all renderings are created equal. BDX has been in the rendering business for over 15 years. And rather than relying on outside resources, we manage our own teams in India and Argentina, where all of the industry's best renderings are made. Our photoreal renderings are really in a class of their own. While some might use a fancy name and charge a premium price, our photoreal renderings are a cut above without the higher price tag. We offer more traditional or standard renderings and photoreal. What's the difference?
Number one, I would say the level of the detail of the material. Look at the stucco and see if you can feel the texture, or look at the wood grains on the stucco and see if it shows or it's a flat image. Or when you take a look at the brick mortars and stones, do you feel that, oh, it is kind of like a 3D texture? The landscaping that is laid, is it realistic? Is it randomized? Is it all 3D textures, or there are what we call a Photoshop version of the landscaping that are a bunch of cutouts and 2D images that came together to make the landscaping for you. You can easily look at it by looking at the shadows. If the tree in your rendering and the shadow cast by that tree in the rendering match, then you can easily find out that that shadow is created by a 3D object or not. Ultimately, the lighting and how the lighting interacts with all the 3D objects, and a relationship between lit area and shadow area, and the contrast that it creates. If the job is done well, then you can identify these differences.
Sounds impressive, right? But why does it matter? Well, why do you decorate a model home? Why do you spend money on the best photography services? We all want the potential buyer to picture themselves living in that home, even if it's not built yet. Rather than showing them a drawing, show them the home. Let them get a feel for how it will actually look. Show them their new home. So check out Photoreal Renderings from BDX. It's the next best thing to real life.